Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Music here. And I'm going to get straight to the point. I got 15 minutes to do this, so I'm going to get it. It's kind of early, late in the morning over here, and I'm really tired. But this post got so much under my skin today that it's been eating at me all day long. First off, what I want to do is for any of you that's made comments, derogatory comments, I should say, especially when they were focused towards me, here's my invite. You can go to your browser and type in golden-grooves-radio.net on the day of your choosing, except this week. On the day of your choosing, get on Skype or come on the Facebook Messenger, and I will put you live on the air so you can defend your comments, not nationwide, but worldwide. And you will see how stupid some of your comments really are when you're speaking to people in real time. My facts are undisputed. Now, having said that, the lady in this video, the young man in this video, 100% wrong. They're lucky that that policeman did not open up and fire on them when they drove off. But I think the policeman had enough restraint to know that there's children in that car. And they are innocent of what's going on here between that driver and that young man. They're innocent. And if you want to see the video, folks, you hear the children screaming and all that. It's really a chaotic scene. It really is. And the lady's 100% wrong. Number one, she's driving without a license. She's driving without insurance. She's speeding. She's wrong. And 2 weeks ago, when I first saw this video, someone sent it to me. And so I popped it on from Facebook and brought me to here. So someone else brought this video to my attention. So after I watched in its entirety, I went down to the comments section. And the first comment that I ran into was a comment by Mr. Lee that said that mainstream media would have put the spin on this as if, that some law-abiding African-American citizens was rousted up by some country-ass police. Mainstream media had nothing to do with this, folks. I venture to say that if it wasn't probably in your local news or in your town, you didn't even see this video. I had no idea that this existed until someone sent it to me. It's just not like this happened just yesterday. So, having said that, let's scroll down to some of the comments and pause this for a second. As you can see, folks, 2 weeks ago, the first comment that I read was by Mr. Lee. And I think a lot of people probably read his comments. At least he got, I'm not sure how many people commented on it, but this was the first comment that I saw. And this was my response to him. You can read it. Funny how you, like most crooked police, want to go to the tape when it exonerates them. Again, as I said, the police did what they're supposed to do. You, Mr. Lee, made this a case of racism. You made the race card come out. No one else. I didn't see anything. There was nothing about that video would have made me thought that was a white crooked policeman fucking with some black folks. Nothing. Until I started reading comments. As I said, the only problem I had with the policemen in the commitment of them doing their job is that the first policeman showed tremendous restraint. The African-American male that got out of that van, he's very lucky that the policeman didn't put his brains on that roadside. He's lucky. A lot of people, black, white, brown, have been killed by police for a whole lot less. A whole lot less. So, having said that, Mr. Lee, he didn't comment to me. I guess he either we agreed to disagree, or he just said, I'm not going to get into it anymore with you. Okay, fine. So the next comment was about 2 days later when I guess Mr. Wufong here, I'm not sure how to pronounce your first name, so I won't even attempt to. First of all, please spell my name correctly from now on. It's M-U-Z-I-Q. You know what IQ is, right? Okay. You always want to use words like would've, could've, should've. And then you want to blame the mainstream media for inciting racist activity. No, the mainstream media didn't have nothing to do with this. If you look at all these comments there, Wufong, these comments came from people who had nothing to do with mainstream media. These are your fellow countrymen, or whoever these folks are, like Olivia. You automatically, that's another thing. When the first thing that I hate to have to use this disclaimer, but I'll use it once. I'm not talking about all white people. That would be absolutely foolish for me to say that all white people are racist. Just like it would be absolutely foolish of you folks that say that all black people go around committing crimes. But if you read through these posts, you'll see exactly just that. Read this, or you see it right there in front of you as I'm talking. Read the comment. Read the Olivia comment right there. Read it for your damn self. Goes on more comments. And here's where I responded to Wufong. Read it yourself, folks. Read it. Now, my point to him was, what you said was small potatoes compared to some parts of your post. That part didn't bother me as much as what you said earlier. And I'm going to scroll back up to it. So don't kid yourself and think that only whites think this way. It's all races. If anything, whites are more sympathetic towards blacks. But we as black people, we shit all over ourselves. And also he says that we all know that blacks bring trouble on themselves. Really? Let me give you a couple instances of how I know black people don't bring trouble on themselves. And there they are right there. You ever heard of Jim Crow? You ever heard of the Black Codes? You ever heard of segregation? You ever heard of the Ku Klux Klan? You ever heard of the voter suppression rules? You ever heard of Willie Lynch rules? You ever heard of any of that stuff? You ever noticed how the criminal justice system in the jails is full of black and brown people, but we as black people only make up 13% of the population? So what basically, if I was to agree with you, I would have to agree to say that black people just are inherent about going out committing crimes. Is that absolutely ludicrous or what? White folks don't kill each other? White folks don't rob and steal? I think you do. Matter of fact, this YouTube, you just like you folks found this video, I can guarantee you that you can find more videos of either whites running from the police, whites shooting at police, white killing police, whites killing each other. So I think that kind of makes us all even on that level. Don't you think? Now, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to get to some more comments because this is the one that really got up under my crawl. Here it is, folks. And this one came from Dan Smith 9 hours ago. Funny. One incident with a white person amongst millions of nigger mayhem. Try again. What he's referring to is, since they didn't believe that white women and white men ran from the police, since they didn't believe that white women and white men put the police lives in jeopardy, I just went and pulled up a few posts and dropped them over there. You can go through these comments later on and see the post for yourself. But you got folks like Sandy and Dan Smith. You read Sandy's comments. I'm sure you are, because I'm sure you're looking at the screen now. Black people always claim that they are being mistreated. It's clear in most of all cases that they are trying to get out of something that they did, or for benefits because they are too lazy to get off their butts. Thanks for the camera. I hope she was charged with reckless endangerment of minors and into the public. I would agree with that part of your statement only. She should be charged. Absolutely right. But what the fuck is this business of saying that black people don't get up off their butts? Are you aware? Let me ask you something, Sandy. I hope that you don't have anyone in your family doesn't have heart problems to where they need open heart surgery. I hope that when you're driving down the street that you pay attention to those stoplights. I hope that the next time that your kids want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you tell them, you know, if it not been for black people, none of this shit would be here. Vacuum cleaners, brooms, the list goes on and on of black people and their inventions. Lazy, shiftless, dumb people don't invent shit. Do they, Mr. Smith? Now, let's talk about who is actually on welfare. Look for yourself. Most people on welfare in this country live in the rural South. South Carolina, North Carolina, West Virginia. Not blacks, but whites. Not Mexicans, but whites. Not Latinos, but whites. Can't argue that. You cannot argue that. You can't argue these points. Try again. Now, Mr. Smith, it's obvious that you are a man of low intelligence because you cannot articulate yourself without using some kind of form of derogatory phrase or whatever. So I just, I had to sink to your level. I did. But one thing I didn't call you. I didn't call you a nigger. I didn't call you a cracker. I insulted the very thing that you showed me you lacked, was your intelligence. And for those of you who think that that I am speaking rhetoric, again, you are free to come onto my show at any time and bring your facts versus my facts, and we will see who will win out. Look at some of these comments, folks. Low class. Yes, she did put her kids in danger. Yes, she did. Ignorance. Look at this. Low IQ. Spring Bloom. How many children do you have? Who are you to decide who could procreate and who can't? Are you God now? That's the problem with you white supremacists. Y'all have that God complex. Y'all think that y'all God. Well, it's folks like me. Don't call me African American. Call me a black American, because that's exactly what I am. I have not lived one day in Africa. It's black Americans like me that stand up to folks like you. And you don't like it. You guys are still mad at the fact that we wouldn't allow you to keep us in slavery anymore. And for all you white women out there that want to huddle around your man, remember, if it had not been the suffrage of black people, you bitches wouldn't be able to vote. You bitches would still be out in parking lots burning your bras, home barefoot and pregnant. Get a life, Sandy. And then you got to nerve someone to use Barack Obama's moniker and talk about, would you look at that? She's black. We know what you're trying to imply. Again, it's about time for me to get on up out of here, folks. I only have 15 minutes, so I'm done with this. Any of you want to come on and challenge me? Since when I type something, it's scrutinized. You can't discrutinize anything else. See ya. Wouldn't want to be you.